everyone, it's Michelle here, or Mishcrafts, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be doing a squishy makeover, and these common squishies were given to me by newchic.com, so thanks to them. I believe these are 15 pieces of common squishies, I don't know, but here are the 4 squishies that I will be choosing to redeco in this video. The first squishy I'll be decoing is this super pink Hello Kitty donut squishy with an awkward drizzle on it, so I went ahead and removed that off because it just looked really bad and I needed to have a fresh start because I do not want the drizzle to show on the final result. So of course, after ripping off the drizzle, there is a bunch of rips and tears, so I went ahead and covered it up with some puffy paint, just to even out the surface. This actually took 3 coats until the surface was actually pretty patched up and even, so just letting you guys know. After all of that was fully dried, I went on and painted a tan color for the base of the donut using some yellow, orange, red, and brown puffy paint. For the icing of the donut, I went on and painted a red color, and if you guys can guess what type of donut I'm painting it as, then comment down below. As for the bow, I'm painting it a green color, and after that, I literally dropped it and ruined the whole thing. Oh, and the first time dropping it wasn't that bad, so I dropped it a second time, and it looks like this now. Great. So I tried fixing it, and it didn't work out, so I wiped the whole thing off and started all over again with the icing. After all of that, I painted on some yellow seeds, and by now, it kind of looks like a strawberry, right? Because that's what I was striving for. Let me know if you guys like this or not. You can rate me down in the comments below. Next up is this bear looking squishy with a weird and creepy face, so I decided to give it a makeover because it desperately really needs one. I started off by making a tan color again with some red, orange, yellow, and brown paint to paint the sides of the squishy. And while painting the sides of the squishy, the eye pin on the squishy got me really annoyed, so I just yanked that off. After 2 thick coats of that, I went with a darker brown color and painted the front and the back of it. Now that it looks something like this, after it has fully dried, I went on and painted a face detail. So if you guys can guess what face I'm painting, then let me know down below. In the end, the final result is this Rilakkuma pancake squishy because the original squishy had a Rilakkuma-ish type of head, so I just went with that. Next up is another standard donut shape, so I decided to make another donut squishy. Since the original donut came with a star drizzle and some sprinkles, I went ahead and removed that off because I didn't like the look of it. Now that almost everything was pulled off of the donut squishy, I went and used some tan puffy paint to paint the base of the donut. And by doing this, this also acts as a filler to fill in all of the tears and gaps on the donut squishy. After about 3 thick coats of that, the last thing on a donut squishy is actually the icing part, so I decided to make it a rainbow icing. So for the base of the icing, I painted it a white color and then went on with some rainbow puffy paint to cover that up. And I know my rainbow painting job is kind of wonky, but I decided to cover it up using some rainbow sprinkles. Doesn't it look so much better? I really liked how this one turned out. Let me know down below if you liked it. The last squishy I will be remaking are these two sandwiches that I found looked really weird, so I decided to combine these two and make it a square squishy. So first I began by removing both eye pins on both of these squishies, then I combined these two by gluing them down with some puffy paint. Then with some tan puffy paint, I painted the entire squishy. This took around 3 to 4 thick coats of puffy paint, and I tried my best to cover all the nooks and crannies, but it doesn't really matter because you'll see why in a bit. Using some hot pink puffy paint, I painted a strip around the squishy. And with that same pink paint, I added some white to make it lighter and used it as icing for the top of the squishy. Wow, it actually looks like I'm spreading some sort of icing on it. Now, while the paint is still wet, I chose from a collection of my polymer clay sprinkles. I chose this confetti one to apply it around the perimeter of the icing. Last but not least, in some rainbow colored puffy paint, I painted the words "Eat Me," and yep, you probably guessed it, this is an Eat Me biscuit cookie. Since I painted so many layers of paint on these squishies, the air seemed to get trapped inside of it every time when I squish it, so I poked some holes to release some of the air. And that is basically it for this deco video. Now, for the rest of these clips, I will be showing you guys some of the things newchic.com has sent me, and if you're interested in purchasing any of the items I'm featuring in this video, the link is down below, so feel free to check them out. Their prices are really affordable, and I really recommend buying those common squishies to redeco some of these squishies of your own. Thank you so much newchic.com for providing me with the items in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you do recreate any of my creations, don't forget to put a hashtag mishcrafts on Instagram, so I'll be there to like your post. Alright, that is basically it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!